A part of our role as we're thinking about building a better world, redesigning public systems in this moment of profound transformation has to be about exposing ourselves to context outside of where we're currently working. Because it can't just be all about Colorado. It has to be about understanding the different ways systems are engaging and interacting. And Seek Common Ground provides that forum. It provides that capability, and it provides that wisdom and expertise from the different folks you bring, the speakers, et cetera. It was an incredible opportunity.
This work can feel, it's radical. And so sometimes radical stuff can be really isolating too. It was so nice throughout the course of the ARPA work to have a community of practice, to have people in other states who shared not only their incredible earned wisdom and knowledge, but their camaraderie throughout this process. The accelerator made this work fun. And so I would encourage anyone else participating in an accelerator to lean into that joy of doing this work across the country, across multiple states, with really diverse, amazing other people.
Conversations that we had that just allowed a lot of space for brainstorming, specifically when it came to deliverables. Those were really helpful. It helped me kind of see where I should be at in my progress and things I could do going forward to better my practices as a project lead.
We were inspired by the Kentucky Student Voice team, and this summer we worked with an intern to marshal our first youth influencers meeting. We identified current students and graduates who were already speaking out on social media as educational equity warriors and invited them in to look for synergies, to share their thoughts and learn about the coalition. And we are now continuing to nurture that relationship, inspired by and following some of the wonderful advice we got from one of the partners in our learning community.
I had the opportunity to engage with a small group of participants and I got to talk about an issue that we were dealing with here in Texas that many other states are dealing with around classroom censorship bills. So I thought that was particularly helpful to be able to get the small group feedback on what we were doing and kind of troubleshoot not only what we were going through in Texas, but hear like some concerns that others had experienced and be able to like connect them to our own work.
This was a wonderful experience for our organization. We're a very small organization, and without this program, our organization wouldn't have been able to have our youth program this year. Funding is normally very slim, and these dollars allowed us to allow at least 17 to 25 youth to participate in programming throughout the summer with educational pieces, with personal development pieces, and then actually some activity for them throughout the summer. I would say that this program, through and with all the other collaboratives that are connected, have given me a lot of tools that I'm able to reach back out and create additional programming and be able to have a little bit more education in different areas.
Just all the conversations that we were able to have with experts in the field that they were doing stuff, and then allowing us to talk about organizing, right? I don't think they were very powerful and helpful. And then to have the after conversations, right? So you could break down, you could sit there if you only had 30 minutes to actually listen and take in all the information, but then you had 30 minutes of conversation afterwards. You could ask really powerful questions, just dig deeper on it. And that's often very missed when people have webinars. It's like, oh, that was so great. I wish I just had more opportunity to talk. And we literally could talk. It wasn't like put a question in the chat when the extra time happened. It was like, to come off of mute, ask these questions, and to be able to do that, very appreciative of that, because sometimes the questions, especially when I ask questions, sometimes tough questions get put in the bottom of a Q&A and they don't often get asked. So to be able to use my voice to ask those questions were really powerful.
I enjoyed the conversations and hearing how other grantees were able to address some of the challenges that they faced during this project. I had a couple of good one-on-one conversations where I would share ideas about what we were doing in the Delta and receive feedback there. So greatly appreciated those conversations, and I really thank Seek Common Ground for those opportunities.
It's been helpful for us as an organization to be able to kind of see into the future, so to speak, because some of these organizations are doing things that we've talked about, that we've had an intention to do, but just haven't gotten off the ground yet. So to be able to see how those work and to hear from the leadership on how they were able to get it to work is a cool thing.
I enjoyed the passion and also some of the hurts, as strange as that sounds, just again, normalizing that we're all doing really hard work and can think creatively and pull ideas from each other.
I felt like we all had something to contribute and offer the collective to help us reach our individual goals.
While we know that working in this nonprofit space, everyone has gone through a lot. There have been so many changes. There are changes in funding, there's changes in scope, there's changes in access to our clients or even to our staff during this pandemic. It was really wonderful to just hear other people talk about not only their struggles, but their creative ways of engagement and their continued passion for doing this work. This is hard work, whether you're doing it in an education arena, you're doing it in a legal arena, you're doing it in another area of advocacy, and it's hard on its own. It's even harder, I think, obviously through the pandemic and after. And so being able to be in a cohort with other nonprofits doing such great work, hearing about that work, and having some solidarity in saying, hey, we're all in this together, and sharing ideas, and not a competitive environment at all, but really one that's focused on curiosity and learning, have been so enriching and informative to us.
I mean, ICG is like it's like your family. If you want to grow, if you want to have creativities, you want to be able to not scared to make a mistake, willing to try new things. This is for you.
I would really like people to know that I am an everyday person that chose to make an impact in a small community. One person can make a difference. And you may not have exactly what you need, but you can work with people that have those skills or those things that you might need, and be able to create wonderful programming to serve your local community and the youth of our community also.